world as a digital simulation, really, to digitize our lives, to steal life. It is an anti-life program. It's moving from carbon-based life to silicon-based life to a digital twin of the world that they can control, that is disconnected from spirit.
I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with his peace. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. In the bright glow of the dawn, I see myself clearly, bringing in a new day. The old way of doing things is done. I don't care what you say. Once, don't sleep under your bed. They sleep inside your head. And if you haven't done the shadow work and left behind is where you stay. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the street. We gotta protect plus homeschool. Our babies is a must. They not just no moms, but also no pops. Hezbollah, worshiping pedophiles, wanna feed out children's spirits to robots. Turn all of us from carbon-based to silicone-based. Should be where the shit show stops. Get back to doing for ourselves. Water system irrigation and grow crops. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. I'm saying I'm not some master teacher, no am I some pastor or preacher. Was released represent with this passion to speak of. After doing 25 years in the beast cuffs, realize they tried to teach us spiritual, mental, physical diet. They tried to feed us the fire of our ancestors resides in each of us. With that, I'm inspired to turn this heat up. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to war with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets.
We're really approaching almost like it's a Frankenstein moment. And they're framing it to us as, innovation, right? Where we should all be so excited that this is happening. And, I equate it to like the Golem bringing in like these robots. They would like to feed our life force to learn us in every tiny detail, not to empower us, but to actually transform us into a robotic simulation that is under their full control.
Nah, bro. Come on. You almost there, bro. You almost there. Survive.
I do it dance for Chi-Town. Who am I but Chi-Town? You young fool, I'm too fly to just slide down. Blue sky but high ground. My crown slash helmet, so my aircraft still spit. Can't be tied down or even seat belted. I look down, I see green like a Celtic. My heat pulverizes, the cheese is melted. The remnants of cash money, I dispelled it. You did the fusions in my eyes, I beheld it. The finger fucked it, caused my hand, I dealt it. Felt it vibrate from the gut of my pelvic. The bus all some ice and veil shit. So radiant, I keep a dark room well lit. Cause you little goofies are well quick. Body for real marquee velvet. Body you not for Mars, a female's clip. As a kid, all I did was fight. I did the bit with a knife. I know I can spit, my flow's the shit. To a fly though, haters wanna crucify. A real man, I still stand with the still hand. But we're Hiller man, it's not Cypress Hill. I'm Turtle Sheep. I'm one tough cookie, I don't follow, I set standards. Catch me, you gon' have to do more to scamper. Need more to scanners, I'm off the radar. I am as you goofies play God. Some worship the Christ, others pray to Allah. Chase a high, drink paper or bra. You stagnated, well I straight evolve. At a rate, I'm data space AC, y'all. Buster stuck in the cage, face off. After it shaped the state, use a fake, a fraud. Battlestar intergalactic, my mindset. Perfect comes from practice, so I rhyme best. I excel like I'm climbing the step. You got a lot to learn. I am adept, you of no concern. I am a threat. My measurement, width, lift, height, and depth. I'm just piloting up. Flying a jet, spray the adversary. Martial Chronicles like Ray Bradbury. I'm a thorough guy, goddammit. Symmetric apparel, a fly bandit. Mohawk, aviators, aerodynamics. And it's like I'm an arrow in precise transit. A crystal Caroline's what your fans get. Your rose and pearls, what I transmit as a transcript. Or I just spit it off the top. It's either shit or get off the pot. This shit's hot.
Wants to get his own crew. Everybody wants to get his own crew rich. And then they want the other little people never get a piece of the pie. I want to go for the pastor. I go for you niggas that think that y'all big too. I understand this. That's why you niggas in Crackers can't stand me. You niggas just know that I know you can't do nothing if you're broke. Listen to me, young people and old people too. Mostly black people, I'm talking to you.
Sure. Y'all really thought that I was done with y'all. Nah. I'm really down on y'all. Fellas up. We not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is fine or whack. Here's a big fact: yellow, white, red, brown, black. Bow, mouth, Big Mac, whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. Enough with the chit chat. I see through the side ops. Looking past the shy spot. Third eye gang cyclops. I don't eat pork, but I will fry tops. So forwards my heart's cold as an icebox. I'm saying die ops. From the skybox, and got scope on you pilgrims. The scope with some real ones. Some of our folks are still dumb. Yeah, and blasting the fact that, well, we gon' have this real show. Warrior spirits inside me. That's where it's real from. The world's exchange, page after page. Play out, they keep us engaged, they keep our range. Rich play out, rules of a dying society should have been disobeyed out. Forehead and knees off the floor should have been prayed out. They draft each one, focus no issue. Could've blown it in tissue. Now it's control who blows the whistle to who holds the pistols. The debacles about who owes who the fiscal. Disregards the aboriginal issue. We're not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bound or wet. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Bow, bow, Big Mac, whether earth is brown or black. We want our shit back. A fool is known by his speech, yet if I don't speak, I suffer defeat. I'm other than we, a sucker or me, stand on 2 feet, or jump the other cheek. The wise man know by his silence, mostly disguise compliance, silence by guidance, from conspiring to novice, other aspiring to violence, charms of fire, trying to dreams to hide, I'm trying to fight. And if I was the migrants, I'm hearing the sirens. Ring in my ear, they've got indictments. These pedophiles, words, groupies, and
I think that's the only one that don't have soy. More than my face. It's hot.
Y'all push out the paperwork, or y'all can protest, but they can't escape this work. I vow to progress, don't duck, no rank, drill music for real. My soul they don't possess, real foolish with no deal. Ain't playing with none of them, it's personal, know what the business is. Big Mom says come full circle, so vacate your premises. We're not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bound or whack. Here's a big fact, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Now, or Big Mac, whether earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. We're not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bound or whack. Here's a big fact, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Now, Big Mac, whether earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. Kichiwa.
Am I
music and a lot of this music, it's only talking about the suppressed rising. I mean, the oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's all. That's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So the only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who could have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that.
3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. It's time for a change, gotta bounce up. The oppressor's about to get housed up. I'ma lay him out, execution styles too late with apologetic claim. You drafted a coca, blame by God, it's overdue. Your time is to the end. Not Josh silent without sin. He put me on the bed with justice to win. The oppressor's about to get rolled down. With suppressors attached to the war zone. Revolution can start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger popping like Farrakhan. Backed by the honorable who sits at the pinnacle, who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the pitiful sinful. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protective service. Quick to pull the Glock blast and kill this. Don't take any kind of skill. No, I'm ill of all citizens who haven't took a stand. Or kneels too late when the caps get bills. Never believe in GC type. Going hits close to home. You gotta act the bone, but it got the dome when it's on the zone. All red on my visual sight. It's gonna be killed whenever I bite. From above, I'll be given the right. So you better be ready to ride tonight. On the way to the dawn daylight. We gon' let him out, so gon' pass the kite. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender.
This world is such a and when I say this world, I don't mean in an ideal sense. I mean in every day, every little thing you do. It's such a gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business. You want to be successful? You want to be like Trump? Gimme. Push. Step. Crush. That's how it all is. And it's like, nobody ever stopped.
I said, I haven't worn these pants in about 5 months or something. $50 bill in my back pocket. I don't never put them in my back pocket. Then I remembered. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot where. It just hit me. Excuse me. So what's going on? What's going on, peeps? Yeah, apologies for being a little late. I had to get the things done that need to be done. You know what I'm saying? And I had to meet somebody. You know, I know a couple of individuals, and I could say one. One's the ex-CIA manager. He's an ex-CIA guy. I look at the cameras whenever I look at a lot of things, and I always check the parking lot. I look for dark tinted car, not because I'm paranoid and I'm worried. I like to see if they're intrigued or bothered by something, because they shouldn't be. If they're so powerful and so smart, they shouldn't be worried. They should stay doing what they're doing. But like I said, I met a guy. He's retired. He's been retired for a long time. He was nefarious during the 70s and 80s. And, a lot of people watch things. They see things. And it's easy to get in contact with anybody. But now I'm not going to say what was conversed. But a couple of Marines, they're still last weekend, they conveyed certain information to me. So I made them a nice little donation. There's a lot of people who are, I would say, true patriots. And some of them never really knew good history. And so they like when I come around and I talk history. A lot of them do. You'd be amazed at how many people are ignorant to the most true. And they've come around, they realize it. I'm thankful for the Marines, Army brothers and sisters who I've conversed with and dealt with, and you start to circle the wagon. A lot of people know that I dabble in things that I tell people don't do it. All right, and I've been doing it for a long time because it's not what people think, and I'm damn pretty good at it. I warn people and say, don't attempt to fuck me over this, that, and other. Y'all seen the videos. We were, and he spoke to y'all. You know, got land, come out, and we could have established a lot of things. Could have took care of bills, all of us together. We didn't come out here paying no rent. We're not tenants. And this is where ganja fucks up. Not only did I go back and look at the videos, I decided to go ahead and save them. And there's plenty of them. Y'all know how many times it's been in flux. And when you go to mess with individuals who practice something dealing in chaos and to get rich, and you know, these law firms are very, you know what I mean? A lot of times if they're very aware that something is not a good thing, they'll step down. They'll be like, no. So I reached out to my godmother, my aunt, Shirley Strickland. And that's on the hush because she can't get involved with certain things. Oh, no. It doesn't mean that I'm not informed. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to push the envelope because he didn't sit down like a man. He acted like a little bitch, like he talked bad about all these German women. They get with these men, they marry them, and then they divorce them so they could be here. I think I got some of the shit recorded. And a lot more. He was even telling her to go back to Germany and take the children with him. This individual, he is very inept, and he could have freed himself, you know, doing the things because it was working. You could see it in him. It was good. But then you also need to know that weak brothers and sisters, the feds can tap into. I'm not saying that's the case. They don't know when to stay in a fucking place. That's what happens when you get this fake power. And just know this, regardless of what I know about the end, circumstantial. Everything that you see running around isn't what it is. And if he was a man, he'd speak as such. And I think last time, remember when I was tripping on everybody, my daughter, my brother, my cousins, Junebug, he knew. He was like, oh shit, it's that time. I tripped on his punk ass too, because that's how he moves, like a punk. And he refused to be a man. And I have that one time a year when if you converse with me, I know it's after I reset. It's like I got to get all the filth out, and anybody can get it. They can get this in a way, and he didn't really get bad. And I was like, you know, I said something to him because I was like, nigga, you need to talk. What the fuck's the problem? And he wanted to be silent, this, that, and other. And his so-called wife, that we can't stand actually, she is a nasty, weak ass individual, a fake ass Jew, obviously, just nasty. When I was in Germany, I'm very aware of women utilizing American Negroes. It's not love, and they utilize them so they can get here, to get away, because a lot of y'all haven't been over to Amsterdam, which is not, that's Holland, but is one and the same. Different places, you know, in Germany, if you watch in the media, you know they're going to play a certain part, but you see how they're dealing with their own people who are against Palestine. But you need to know also Zionism is a real thing. If Hitler would have won and these dumb Cabbage Patch Babies would have done better, he won the war. He had beat France and England. He had beat them. It was over. He didn't annex land and all that. He knew that Poland was the Bolsheviks. He knew that Ukraine was the Bolsheviks and a few other places. Tajikistan, they became Muslims. They were kind of like, Turkey. He just wanted them to stop mingling. And he hated Zionism. And some of you now are listening to Adolf Hitler in English because you're too lazy to learn it. You just accepted what you were given. Just like the food, the garbage by the very enemy And he had changed that. Now it's back to being pretty messed up over there. And the reason why you have these fake German Americans and politicians doing, because they know they're not the real German people. They know they're frauds. They know it. And besides that, there are a few other things. And I guarantee you not all of them can see the things that, you know, the enemy is dealing with. But half of them probably drop dead anyway. But they promise a certain lifestyle, all this and that and the other. Now, with that being said, I'm going to read something because I don't know. I didn't search everybody's database of information on YouTube and this, that, and the other. This is stuff that people remember me discussing, and they're like, I remember you just why don't you talk about that a little bit? I guess they said they saw some old videos of people kind of alluding to it, and then they would tell me what they saw. I says, well, that's not actually what the document says. Yet, you got to remember who's writing what. So, as you can see here, I got it down here. It's down here, right there. But I downloaded it again because I wasn't sure if I still had it. So, I'm going to hold it up to the screen and see if you can see it. The lighting's pretty jacked. You know, I don't have one of those good cameras and all that, but maybe you can see it. I'm going to turn the light up on the screen. Oh, man. I could remove the what you call it that's over it, kind of protect your eyes, and it'll be a lot brighter, but maybe you can see this. Okay. All right. This is C Movement, which is the Freedom of Information, Federal Bureau of Investigations, Freedom of Information, Privacy Act, section, cover sheet, subject, Christian Identity Movement. Now, I told them to share me the video, what they saw, and they said, oh, we got to go and dig it out. And I'm going to hold it up so you can see it. I know it's a little dark. I can't really hit the light thing where it'll benefit over here like the camera. I attempted to do it, but it doesn't do it. Hey, what's up, Charles? What's going on, brother? Tom, what's happening, brother? Hey, what's going on, Russians? What's happening? I don't know how to pronounce your name. My apologies. So I'm going to read it to you. I really want you to pay attention, all right? Because maybe you saw or heard it, and the brother kind of mismatched stuff, and he made it point and allude to something, and that's not what it says. I'm not detracting and taking nothing away, but when you show information and people, a lot of people just choose not to go and read it themselves. I am always expressing to y'all, you should read anything I share. If I give you a source or reference, read it. Don't take my word for it. The information is available. What we're going to do is we're going to cover it and see what you guys like. I'm gonna wait. I guess people are in and out, running or sharing or whatever. I figured people really want to hear this. You know what I mean? Go into that new bag over there. Fly in that bag, please. Yeah. Go over there. It's a whole bunch. Y'all can smell it. It's a whole bunch of them. Yes, Lord. Yeah, there you go. Oh, y'all too going on some new bags, some poopy smelling bags. You know what that is? Good stuff. Oh. Yeah. Get away. Sit up on that blade of grass like you were taught. Go on over there. Well, I like this citronella. Anyway, let me hit the chat. I can see you guys now. All right, all messages. Okay, so let me get comfortable. And after this, it's time to hit the work. I'm going to back the truck up. Tomorrow I got to run back out because I forgot all the heavy duty bags to throw a lot of crap away. But hey, hit me up and let me know about. I was online looking while I was over there washing my underwear, right, and stuff, my socks, and I see some things over there. But I want to know where it's close to you, like the cheap, not cheap where people could break in and steal shit because meth heads all over the place. But where we little storage facility and we can drop stuff off because I've got the sauna, the cold water dip thing. I got the dry sauna. I got all those things. I want to take those and I want to make sure I pack them up. And I want to make sure I can be able to put them in there. And so, you know, we get good work, we're rolling, and some other things transpire. I got information because y'all know I'm a welder. It's an aluminum welder. And so I called his number and he was doing something and he got my information and he said, absolutely. And, you know, welding, you can make up to $40-something an hour. And aluminum is one of the first things that I learned how to do was weld aluminum. And $45 an hour, bro. You can't beat that. Yet, I don't want to do something like that all the time because my knees, my back, it entails a lot of work. But these are the things that people are patient who are greedy and they feel like they're drowning and they lose faith. That means that they don't have faith in themselves. Or some people are just, you know what I'm saying, without bashing too much. All right. But let's go ahead and read this. All right. I just wanted to share that. All right. And get that. So we're going to start at the very top. This is roughly around 1990 something. But it goes all the way back. All sacks, all the gats. Those are legal, direct FBI, you know, Christian identity movement, right-wing terrorism matters. Yeah. Right-wing terrorism matters. There's only 3 people. Are they still that pressed to manipulate? Oh my goodness. These people are a trip. And you know they got to be the young dumb ones or old ignorant ones. It's one or the other. They just can't get themselves right. They are so fluid in stupidity. You know, and here I am. I done had about 50. Maybe it's them. You know what I mean? Who knows? Or it's the algorithm, it's the AI doing whatever, getting the numbers. And they want to get numbers slowly to where it needs to be at. It should have been there a long time ago. Because people have been they've been coming over here learning from me. And these are the bastard black FBI. These are the dumb people, the people who can't free themselves. And it don't matter how good it sounds, how much information they get, or the people that follow it because they're stuck in a violent circle of stupidity. You know what I'm saying? You can't free people who refuse, who love being obedient slaves to any narrative painted by the enemy. You know, we have broken down, Cure Me and myself, a lot of us have broken down this crayon color, this fictional shit, who created it, where it come from, that it's not dynamic. But you're always going to have people who just they find something and they run with it. And you have the FBAs believe they're out of Africa. You got the FBAs that believe they were slaves. And it's just the dumbest thing. It's the dumbest crap I have ever seen. Now, I like what some of them are doing. But you can't get on the water talking about you going surfing and you don't have a surfboard. And if you're that damn good to surf with the heel of your feet, then why are you even telling people? You're supposed to be out there already ready to go on TV in Honolulu, Hawaii, and everywhere else and make the 7 figures. But that's a whole nother topic and subject. Let's get into something I find very important. The individual said that it's pointing out us being the true Jews and this, that, and all that. It doesn't matter about whether that's the truth or not. Y'all should know that. Y'all should know that it's usury. The people playing us, they're not a righteous people. But also you need to know, like Lamech, our people have fallen. And even though the sense in them is to be better, I tire of these niggas who call themselves Christians. I have this disdain like they know God. And they don't know themselves because they don't carry themselves accordingly. They don't act accordingly. They act irrational, emotional. They lash out. And if it don't go their way or they're doing something they shouldn't be, they lean on a God that has nothing to do with them because they're always outside themselves instead of looking deeper inside. Just because you don't like what you see inside, you've got to fight past it. You got to get yourself in a better place to be in a better predicament. Some individuals just can't shake it. It don't matter how intelligent, how intellectual, whatever it is they've done. They can't free themselves. They victimize themselves. They play victim over and over and over, and we cannot. So this may help some way or another. Let's get into it. Well, I gotta spit this tobacco out because I'll be sitting here and it's good too. Yeah, it's good. All right, that's my empty can. That tobacco right there is good. All right, so let's get into it. For the information of recipients, the Terrorist Research and Analytical Center, TRAC, at FBI HQ is producing a continuing series of short informative articles on a variety of topics relating to FBI terrorism investigations. The following address information relating to the concept of Christian identity hereafter, referred to in parentheses as identity. Okay? A religious doctrine that is a major factor within the ultra-right movement in the United States today. And we know it's not the United States, like I said, FBI, this and that, people are ignorant everywhere. It is recognized that many of the ideas espoused by identity are offensive, but it is believed that a complete discussion is needed to understand the motivation of the movement. What was that? I used for about 3 years. Oh yeah, that's cool. Okay. All right, I'm gonna hit you up. Identity is an ideology. Listen to me. Identity is an ideology that combines religious concepts with elements of racism. Are y'all listening? Identity is an ideology, and we know who created it, Zionists, that combines religious concepts with elements of racism. When they take from us, they pervert it in a way that where they control the narrative. The proponents of identity often quote and provide explanations for biblical passages. However, these explanations have a racist slant, and they differ significantly from the interpretations of more mainstream religions and religious organizations. Now, the advocates of identity often cite the Bible to support or legitimize, in parentheses, anti-black and anti-Semitic beliefs. Now, you see what they did there? And the FBI, they have those people at the top that know there's no such thing as black folks. That's why I say Zionists create a problem, and then they come around and they cure it. You know, they groom people to be as dumb as they know they are, to go out and cause harm amongst those they condition to believe in the bullshit they believe in. This is a fact. Anyway, the Jews, according to Artel, to all time and legacy to Christian identity. Okay, according to beliefs, these beliefs are the enemies of God and natural adversaries of the white race, the chosen race of God. Listen to this. I'm gonna read it again. I'm gonna tell you, comma, blah blah blah. These beliefs, as stated above, are the enemies of God, as far as the Jews, and natural adversaries of the white race, comma. The chosen race of God, semicolon, blacks and other non-whites are usually regarded as unequal to whites. I know you said comma, James, so that's the chosen race of God. The fake Jews, the misnomer, the blacks, and we know there's no such thing as black people. It's racism aside, the views of identity often parallel traditional biblical scholarship. In a religious connotation, identity is akin to fundamentalism in that the proponents of each study, because you can remember this is that type, that old 1950s, 60s, we reinvented the typewriter for those who are unaware. Anyway, excuse me. The proponents of each study the Bible extensively and use it as a literal and infallible document for their beliefs. Identity, however, is far more reactionary than fundamentalism. And there are no ties between the two, despite some similarities. And there are, however, significant differences, foremost of these and racism. Damn, mate. Oh, it's right there. No wonder I was having a hard time seeing, guys. Identity concerns the rise of white Christian nations. It seeks to discover a national as well as a racial identity for white Christians by telling them who they are and where they come from. Many identity beliefs are rooted in a 19th century British movement, okay? A 19th century British movement, British Israelism, or Anglo-Israelism. This concept claims that Anglo-Saxons and others are the descendants of the biblical Israelites, and that England is the true Israel. Under identity, that was period, that was end. Under identity, comma, these concepts were changed to the view that the United States is the true Israel. Furthermore, we know Israel only belongs to one individual, Yaakov or Jacob. Yaakov. Okay. The view that the United States is the true Israel. Furthermore, other racist concepts that are based upon biblical interpretations have been added to those of British Israelism by the advocates of identity. Because these interpretations are speculative, some factions of identity may be more racist than others, and individual interpretations of the same biblical passage may differ. You can't make this up, people. Now, the fundamental resources of identity is the Bible. This document reveals to the advocates of identity that spiritual origin, okay, and physical history of the white race, as well as the rules and regulations that make life better on earth and which lead to eternal life. The Bible is also used to search out God's words and thoughts in order to understand the truth. According to identity beliefs, this truth is hidden, and although it is obvious to those of God's chosen race, the white race, it is not recognizable to all readers. Now, as far as identity and the origin of the white race, right? Let me get another drink of this water. I got to eat something too, y'all, besides chips. Sorry, my apologies. Identity and the origin of white race. There is no single document or set of documents which set forth the beliefs of identity. None. Because interpretations of the Bible can result in a wide range of viewpoints, and there are often conflicting interpretations within the identity movement. For example, some identity publications are almost exclusively anti-Jewish, while others are largely anti-Black. Those idiots don't know that we're the original people's land. Majority of them are incubator Cabbage Patch offspring, so they don't know nothing about the real world. Okay? One aspect of identity, all right, is its interpretation of the origin of the white race. Now, to the advocates of identity, the Bible is a history of the white race. It's already obvious. It is taught that Adam and Eve were the first white people from whom all other white people descended. Now, God, it is believed, created Adam from the dust of the earth. And they get this from Hollywood, but from the Zionists, but created Adam from the dirt, from the earth. And then created Eve to be his companion. Now, Adam and Eve were placed directly into the Garden of Eden by God. The identity, therefore, views the identity, knuckleheads, views the garden as having been an actual site. The location where the white race originated. New. All right. It's just new. All right. That's a big no. Okay. Let me Okay. Now, by using numerous geographic, biblical, and linguistic references, identity places the garden in Central Asia. Another identity teaching is that Adam and Eve were created, this is another one, only after all other races and peoples existed on Earth. That's almost like we read that before when we're talking about the aliens, the reptilians, and the gods and all that stuff, nuclear war, Anunnaki, you know what I'm saying, Inky, blah blah blah. Okay, and we know that it was the Negro because that's what they were alluding to, right? Which is twisted in itself. Anyway, and that comes probably from the Yakub motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, Adam and Eve were created only after all the other races and peoples existed on Earth. These other races, the races of color, such as blacks, Asiatics, what happened to the Asiatic black man? Anyway, and Latinos were not, according to some interpretations, created directly by God, as were Adam and Eve. Rather, they developed through a lengthy process of evolution originating from the ashes of the earth. The chosen race. Okay. Only whites have immortal souls, and are all others eternally damned and cannot obtain salvation. Other interpretations, however, reflect that the black race was created by God before God created Adam and Eve. Okay. And that blacks and whites were the only original people that existed. The blacks had a specific purpose on earth, that is, to be servants to the white. Furthermore, it is concluded that all other races are the result of inbreeding between blacks and whites. Identity also states that Jews were neither created by God nor did they evolve. According to this view, the Jews are the children of Satan as they carry themselves now. We're not talking about the real ones. Satan interbred with the races of color to produce the Asiatic Jew and the black Jew. The white Jew was created when Satan interbred with Adam's descendants. The Jews, and that's not the black ones, the original ones, the Jews are often referred to as the children of darkness because they are the children of Satan, and there exists a battle between them and the white race, the children of light, for supremacy on earth. Now, according to identity, the white race arrived on earth more skilled and sophisticated than any preceding race. It was agricultural, as opposed to the others were either nomad or hunters. Only after God's creation of the white race was civilization begun, writing skills developed, and technological processes made. We're all aware who created so-called algebra. We're all very aware of our great inventions that are being mismanaged and misused because of certain Negroes who have been chemically lobotomized, who like them run up their backside, and you see it everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I have to intercede. My apologies, but I do. Now, all right, here we go. The Jews are often referred to as the children of darkness, facts, because they are the children of Satan, and there exists a battle between them and the white race, the children of light, for supremacy and on earth. So the white race think they're the children of light. According to, I'm going to keep it professional. According to an identity, the white race arrived on Earth more skilled and sophisticated than any preceding race. It was agricultural, all right, as opposed to the others, which were either nomads or hunters. We know who's growing all the food, the starving times, the attack people, blah, 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 and the original people. You saw the picture I put up there. Did I load it up? I'll put it up. I didn't put it up. I'm not going to say nothing. I'll just put it up with the information. Now, come on, stop. Damn. Only after God's creation of the white race was civilization begun, writing skills developed, and technological progress made. Now, the following of identity beliefs believers that God had intended to keep the white race separate from the other races. This is why Adam and Eve were placed into the Garden of Eden. Each race was made, God dang it, it's getting crooked. All right, was made separate and distinct, and each has a specific place in God's order of influence. God's order of influence was missing on earth, and Satan roamed free. God created Adam and Eve to be forebearers of a race to command all others and to be the instrument through which he, God, would fight Satan on earth. And for this, it would be necessary that the white bloodline remain pure. I don't even know what to say about that right there. I'll share it with you again what it is, fam. All right, hey, what's up, Carrie? I'll read it again. It's an FBI document. It's actual legitimate, based on a terrorist organization that goes back to early 1900s. And we know who created it, but we're gonna not even mention them. I think I already might say something. But now the next part, segregation of the races. All right, therefore is viewed by identity as one of God's divine laws. And nowhere in the Bible. I don't know how they come up. I really don't. But anyway, race mixing by whites are, and in parentheses it says, are to use identity, terminology, mongrelling. I'm going to read this again. Segregation of the races, therefore is viewed by identity as one of God's divine laws. Race mixing by whites, in parentheses, are to use identity, terminology, as far as Mongolarizing. We say Mongols and a lot of light skins, y'all don't know y'all Mongols as well. It's facts, though. All right, caucus, Anyway, not to be demeaning. It's about history, okay? Is in conflict with these laws and is tantamount to murder in the eyes of God. Now, identity contends that race mixing is a means by which Satan seeks to destroy the white race in the battle between good and evil. Now, you see what they did? Because if you know anything, all over the earth, the Zionists, Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Vanderbilt, blah, blah, Carnegie, all of them, they slept with so many young women all over earth. So y'all can't even imagine the numbers. Rockefeller supposed to have heirs sired in like 3,000. That's pretty damn crazy. Okay, let's carry on. Identity teaches that throughout history, God has given to his chosen race important documents that contain his law concerning nations and governments. These documents include the Magna Carta in England, 1215. We know who ruled that. The Mayflower, Compact, Massachusetts, 1620, and the Declaration of Independence, American Colonies, 1776. Then you know that ain't really that long ago. That's, if you remove 1,000 years, you do the math, even if it says 17, 18, 19, 20, 25, come on. Okay? Anyway, Mayflower Compact, Massachusetts, 1620, and the Declaration of Independence, American Colonies, 1776. Now, the Articles of Confederation, my ancestors, according to identity, there are even states that reenact, and it's been going on for a long time, the civil fake war, and guess who's always wearing the gray? Google it. Oh, no, forget Google. You might have to go to Instagram or somewhere and put in keywords. So, but let's carry on. These documents include the Magna Carta, blah, blah, blah. Now, the Articles of Confederation, according to identity, was a contract between the states, and the states presented the people. Oh, shit. I'm thinking, did I just wipe that out? Okay. All right. Wipe this off. Okay. I got the pen marker in and I just almost blanked it out. The Articles of Confederation, according to identity, was a contract between the states. The states represented the people who were, in fact, Christian people. That is, the chosen people of God, the white race. Now, this contract is considered by identity proponents to have been, damn it, proponents to have been made irrevocable, perpetual, and unchangeable. And when our founding fathers saw the need for a more effective government organization, the article that formed the 13 American colonies, god damn, bro, into a union did not provide for sufficient central authorities. My apologies, y'all. Now, the Constitution was written according to identity. The principles, this is what they were taught. They believe this. Identity. The principles for this document were taken from the Articles of Confederation, since the Articles could not be revoked. Identity teaches, therefore, that because the U.S. Constitution was taken directly from the Articles of Confederation, which was based upon God's laws, righteous people, through the Bible, not through the Bible, but we can test that. All right. The Constitution is a divinely inspired document. And just as identity views and Articles of Confederation as having been irrevocable and unchangeable, so too does it view the U.S. Constitution. Now, identity teaches that through the Constitution, the states created an agency, the federal government, to which they allotted central power. These powers are set forth in the Constitution and slide that up, and are the only powers given to the central government. The states, however, did not wish to grant certain powers to this federal authority and added 10 amendments to the Constitution, and these amendments are known as the Bill of Rights. We read it when I was reading Behold the Pale Horse, remember? Especially, I got to go back and read Silent Wars because I think people have lost their mind and forgot. Now, the next one is going to be, it's going to be even more interesting. The Bill of Rights, which was ratified, right, in 1791, they are, according to identity, part of the original contract that comprised the Constitution. Since the contract is irrevocable and unchangeable, identity views any subsequent amendments as being illegal and unconstitutional, and they are. Identity contends that because of the Jewish anti-Christian conspiracy, the U.S., and we see it's not a conspiracy, the U.S. Constitution has been illegally and unintentionally adverted from its original intent and design, and it was. Besides the fact that it's usury and stolen, the only portion that is legal is the original text and the Bill of Rights. Any subsequent inclusions to the Constitution that after the original meaning of the document are not valid and need to be obeyed. Now, identity contends that Jews, okay, sometimes called alien internationalists, have increasingly gained control in the media, industry, and government in the United States. Facts, the Zionist occupational government, or ZOG, moreover, ZOG, Zionist occupation of government. Moreover, this is part of a Jewish conspiracy to destroy the United States, which you see right the fuck now. As a white Christian national nation, because of this increasing influence, Jewish interests have been responsible for the passing and or supporting of laws specifically designed to subvert the Constitution and change the United States from that which it was originally intended to be. Now, as a result of these acts, wars, debts, and other Jewish conspired evils have befallen white Christians in the United States. It's befallen everybody. According to identity, state governments governors were and remain chief law enforcement officers. And in the states, cause the state, damn fly is driving me crazy. Jesus Christ. Oh, my apologies. Okay. Federal government from subverting blah, 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 blah. It becomes the duty of the country, right? So here we are. Power of... Slow down. With the federal government from subverting the Constitution, it falls to the people to do so. Now, and it goes back to this. Because the states, through either the governor, Jesus Christ, or state legislator, have failed to control elements, Jews, within the federal government from subverting the Constitution, it falls to the people to do so. This is known as posse comitatus, power of, it's hard to read it, power of county, or more specifically, power of the people of the country, or county, excuse me. And that's the new militias, right? Now, the county is subservient to the state. It shouldn't be. In terms of jurisdictional responsibilities. However, when the state fails to act in accordance with the law, the Constitution, it becomes the duty of the county to act, the people. And Christian identity, duty of the county is interpreted as duty of the people of the county. Under this, the sheriff, the highest law enforcement officer in the country, can use males between 18 and 45 who are under no military obligation as a posse. The sheriff has no control over the posse's existence, only whether it will be used, and a movement largely known for its tax protest activates known as posse comitatus has arisen based upon these principles. Now, identity and Armageddon. I want to read these. This is like the last two witch calls, but I want to read that either later on or tomorrow morning. And identity and Armageddon is going to be the last part. It's about 9 paragraphs. Okay. And you'll like that last little bit to make a snippet, and then, because I really want to eat something solid, and I really want to get on this thing and work while the time is up. The time is there. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Mac B, what's up? What's up? What's happening, Carrie? I got your mama. 6 bars. Damn, been a long time. What's up, man? What's happening, baby boy? Big Red Thomas, what's happening? Hey, greeting. What's up, Alada? What's up, mama? Greetings, salutations. Yo, appreciate the donation, Hunter. Let me see who else came up in here. We got Thom, we got we got Millennia, right? She was like the first one. That's a big girl too, y'all. Yeah, it's a good mama, man. Animals chirring, flowing. I wish you'd grow me some damn weed, but anyway. You're driving? Okay. All right. You got Charlie, yeah. What is this book? Oh, let me show you what this is. Not a book. This is excuse me. This is an FBI document. It's called the subject Christian Identity Movement. And anyone y'all could download it and all that stuff. And this one by FBI, I think, goes back to like 1929 or something like that. And we know who created it. For most people, at 1939, something like that. Anyway, and we know most people know today who was behind it, and it's the very people who's trying to control all the narratives, who call themselves dual citizens, but they say the Jews, you know what it is, and they're Zionists, and they're not none of it, All right, Kara. 6 bars. Let me see. Well, I can confirm there's nothing pure about my family line. They were like, fight, grow, and build, as far as I could tell. Cool. That's the qualities. Hell yeah. Max B is good to have you in here, fam. Of late, I have been seeing green a lot. Green fields, green eyes, golden green flames, green flowers. Also a lot of What was that? Azure Water. Okay, shit. Hey, Grand Ascension. What's up, baby girl Slaughter? What's up, niece? But I know a lot of people coming late. People are busy. It's roughly around some people's lunchtime or something, I guess. It's like 2:55, going almost 3. Some people are off work. But I need to get out here and get a good 2 or 3 hours on this. I need to eat something. So I'm going to charge the phone up, eat something, and then turn it around and watch and let y'all see me build the parts I was talking about so we can start closing this thing in and, you know, insulate and this, that, and the other. But we got lots to throw away. You know what I'm saying? And we want to make sure before I get this in the back of the truck, we want to take some stuff down. I want to get yeah, Omega, I'm going to hit you up real quick too. So find out that storage unit so we can go ahead and start bringing crap down there because I cursed this ground. I put my fingers in it. I put my feet down. I did what I know how to do. People want to fuck around and find out. FIFO, excuse my language. It is what it is. Stupid is as stupid does. Every action is a reaction. And it doesn't keep growing, it stops. You know what I mean? Anyway, I appreciate y'all taking the time. If you want to donate, you know the Cash App. Yeah, let me say hi to you guys. Am I still on that thing? No, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, that's cool. I gotta take them steaks out of the damn freezer before they freeze up because I want them bad boys with some of that kiwa and stuff. I'm gonna tear that shit up. I bought a steak, y'all. Leave me alone. A T-bone. I gotta have it. I gotta have it until I get to where you know, like more things available because it's not really here. You know what I'm saying? It's not here. Trust me. We could have been growing all kind of stuff, but you know, some people, they're just retarded. You can't do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Where each group of late skins came from the bird herder. Each group of the light skins came from a bud herder. Yeah. Yeah, I might talk about I've talked about it in the past. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be demeaning because I'm not into this crayon color shit. That's a construct. It was used to keep everybody blind to what they were doing. And now people are dealing with exactly what they want people to deal with. And they, you know, you still have individuals who are actors and certain things like that. And I really don't. I just don't have time. I don't give them time in the day. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I really, really don't. As much as I would like to, I can't fathom it. You know, it's like it's hard for me to respect religions when, like in the military, we're going to war, and then you have this punk come out and all this crap looking like what's the name of Planet of the Apes? You know how they wear that crap? All you need is the damn 1960s Planet of the Ape mask because you know they Cornelius. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And ape should not kill ape. You know, humans should not kill ape. And it's like, we're going to fight a war. And you talking about Jesus, like last rites and all this other bullshit. And then you want to take what about the bodies you don't find? Nothing because they are missed. I mean, it's all so pathetic. You see what I'm saying? It is all so very pathetic. But y'all know what I'm talking about. All right? Let me cut that off. We're at what percent? This thing is holding a good percent, y'all. It's a 77%. Damn. This thing's holding a better percentage than the phone. Damn. Man, go over that bag over there, man. Y'all just get on my nerves. Walking down the street, nothing but prostitutes every goddamn way. Y'all don't get you. Really? These motherfuckers. So, yeah, okay. I gotta save that too. All right, so let me go ahead and shut it down. I'm gonna go and get something to snack on, whip up something to eat, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'm gonna put this phone on charge, all right? Yeah, pathetic parasites. They just I actually get tired of talking about them. I really do. But I'm gonna see you guys here short. Let me let y'all look at the prize. Let me let y'all look at the prize. And that top up there is going to be mighty different, y'all. And yes, you know it's strong. I got to cut some things off at the bottom, and I got to super glue. I got to put some wood glue. I got a whole bunch of sandpaper and this, that, and the other. And it is looking good. T even came over. I got to cut this part and get it up because we got a little sagging going on. But the sagging isn't what you think it is, but it's all right. All right, it is actually all right by its design. It's just when I start putting the wood together, it'll lift it up. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, I'll make sure I got my gun on me. It's a little sagging right here, but I got a lot of weight on here, and it's not what you think because the way that thing underneath where it's sitting on is canted a little bit. So when I come over here and I look straight down this way, as funny as it looks, it's straight. It's solid. It's solid. You know what I mean? And then with the insulation that's going to go over here, because see what you see right here, this right here is going to be insulation and it's going to be plywood on top of that. So this right here, the cross member that's got to go here as well. The cross members that got to go here is also, but it's so damn strong. I mean, it's guys, this is it's so strong. You know what I mean? It is so strong. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? All right, let me get this in. I'm gonna take it inside and plug it up because it's really draining pretty quick with the heat. All right, so I appreciate you guys. I really do. All right. And damn, Red, I had the thing and it only turned around on me. I fucked it up. Anyway, let's go ahead and put it on charge. Let me grab the other thing too. Damn. And I'm gonna eat something and we're gonna get at it. All right. We're gonna get at it. All right. All right, that's the way it is before it decides. Hopefully, it doesn't look like it's going to rain, so I really want to get out here and really get press it. All right, and I appreciate you guys. Yeah. I appreciate that, hon. All right, so I'll see you guys here shortly. Doug still hit me, right? All right, cool. Let's go ahead and get this. I'm gonna plug everything in. Come back out and get me some food together. I should bring the music. I'm gonna plug it all up because I'm starving. Hey, baby. She just flew right by me like, hi, how you doing? I got a lizard that protects the front of my thing. He's sunbathing. Get your ass out of the way. I don't want to step on you. Hey, guess what? He drank the water too. All right, cool. Let's go in here. Yeah, right there. All right. All right. So I'm gonna put all this on charge and I'll see you guys here hopefully in about an hour. And we can get up there and we can get real monkified and funkified and whoop, 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 and get it knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you guys. Appreciate y'all.